The Crimson Club had a reputation for curing heartbreak. At least, that's what the flyers said. People whispered about it like a dark secret of the way it promised healing for those who had lost something they could never replace. Lena was desperate. Her fiancé Noah had left her. Not for someone else, not because he stopped loving her, but because he couldn't feel anymore. His eyes grew distant, his voice cold, and no amount of pleading could change it. She tried everything, but it was like he'd vanished into himself, leaving her clinging to a ghost. So when a friend handed her a crimson-colored card with the club's name on it, she didn't question it. She needed to feel something again and get back what she lost. The night she walked into the Crimson Club, the air felt thick with secrets. Everything about it was surreal. The chandeliers hung too low, the music too hypnotic, and the guests were all too beautiful. A man with a scar running down his chest approached her, smiled. "Looking for solace?" he asked. His voice was too smooth, too perfect. She nodded. He led her through the maze of velvet curtains, each room more opulent than the last, until they reached a room at the very back of the club. It was smaller than the others, like it didn't quite belong. "Inside," the man said, pushing the door open. "Leave what you no longer need behind." Lena stepped inside. It was a small, dimly lit room. A single chair sat in the center. No windows, no mirrors. Before she could ask what to do next, the door slammed shut behind her. A pull, a force, began to tear at her chest. It felt like the physical manifestation of the hole Noah had left, a void that refused to fill. But as the pain intensified, so did a strange sensation, a release. The scarlet red walls began to ripple and a figure emerged from the shadows. It wasn't Noah, not exactly, but it looked like him, and it was filled with longing. He stepped closer and her heart began to beat wildly, faster than ever, but it was no longer her heart. It was his. "Take it," he whispered, voice distorted with grief. "All I have left." But Lena felt something break inside her, deeper than any love she had known. The man with the scar was standing behind her now, his expression unreadable. "You wanted to feel again," he said softly, "but this is what it costs." Her body trembled as the weight of 1,000 broken hearts settled over her. No longer was she whole. No longer was she even herself. She had traded her grief for something worse. Something that would leave her empty inside.